Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I decided to step away from some Marvel Spider-Man after uploading so much content on it for the last month, so I figured why don't I play something different. So here we are on some Watch Dogs. Before I get into the topic of today's video, I do want to take a moment to thank anybody who stayed tuned into the playthroughs that I've uploaded on my channel throughout the last month. For those who don't know, I've made playthroughs on Spider-Man Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I did notice a few videos within those respective playthroughs stood out to where it got a couple dozen views, which is really cool because it shows that there are people tuning into the content and just checking it out as a whole. So if you happen to have stayed tuned throughout the entirety of any of those playthroughs, thank you so much. It means a lot to me as I had a really great time making content on those games for y'all to enjoy. Making YouTube content for quite a little while now, and it didn't occur to me that I have not at any point made a video where I went into detail about who I am as a person and what I like to do and what I don't like to do. Especially for those who have no clue about who I am but have seen what it is that I have been doing professionally. So that is something that I wanted to talk about in today's video, so better late than never, I guess. On YouTube, I go by Discreet, but in real life, my name is Edward. I am 24 years old. I live in the New England area of the US, more specifically Massachusetts. Some of my most recognized hobbies are playing video games, watching wrestling, and exercising. I went into detail about it in one of my past videos, but as far as gaming goes, I've been playing video games since I was a child. I've spent the majority of my life playing PlayStation consoles, from the PlayStation 1, the PS2, PS3, PS4, and now on PS5. I have messed around with Xbox like at one point in my life, but for the most part I stuck with PlayStation because it was a much more easier experience for me to like embrace and understand. That's not to say that I would never go back on Xbox. I definitely would, but only time will tell. Some of my favorite games that I grew up playing were Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Pac-Man, True Crime Streets of LA, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Those are some of the most notable games that I grew up playing that comprised of my childhood. Those were some of the games that I played growing up that comprised of my childhood. Sly Cooper definitely was the one that embodied my childhood. To this day, it's still my favorite video game of all time. And it's a video game that I have definitely considered on wanting to make content on because it's a video game that I still feel like not a lot of people know about or give enough recognition to. So if you guys are interested in seeing some Sly Cooper content, like let me know in the comments down below. Like I would have no problem making some. But like I said, only time will tell. But some of my favorite games that I grew up playing were Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, True Crime Streets of LA, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, Pac-Man. I could go on and on. I played a lot of games growing up as a kid that embodied my childhood. So I do want to know from you guys in the comments down below, like what are some of your favorite games that you grew up playing? Like what are some games that were part of your childhood growing up? And as far as wrestling goes, I am indeed a wrestling fan, which I just gotta point this out there, okay? I am well aware that there is this ongoing narrative that wrestling is fake, wrestling is scripted, you watch all that. Listen, okay? If you're able to enjoy some form of scripted entertainment through a movie or television show, then I see nothing wrong with me wanting to enjoy some form of scripted entertainment through professional wrestling. And I get it. People look at pro wrestling as fake. I look at it as just another form of scripted entertainment. However, the physicality aspect, to some extent, it is real. Like, I've seen plenty of wrestlers take the harshest bumps. I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to get too deep into it. But like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to get too deep into it. But what I will say is this. If you're allowed to enjoy a form of scripted entertainment in the form of a movie or a television show, then I, along with many other wrestling fans, have every right, are allowed to enjoy some form of scripted entertainment through professional wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say. As far as like what I watch specifically for pro wrestling, I mainly tune into what's going on in WWE and AEW. Although from time to time I do try to see what's going on in other promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and so forth. But for the most part, I'm mostly tuning into what's been going on with WWE and AEW. Another thing about me is I do like to exercise. I've been exercising for well over a decade now, because I remember, I still think back to when I was a fat, ugly looking potato who wasn't exercising, was just consuming a disgusting amount of junk food, and just was not working out at all, just wasn't doing anything to stay in shape. But it wasn't until early in 2011 where I decided to make a change. I decided to start working out, I started to exercise, and now I look the way that I do right now. So, and I'm thankful for that. And it is something that I do plan on maintaining for as long as humanly possible. However, the one thing that I do gotta work on is having some level of discipline, because if I don't have that, then I'm never going to achieve the physical stature that I would like to achieve in life. But I do want to know from you guys, like, are any of y'all like fitness fanatics? Like, do you like to exercise? Do you not like to? If so, let me know in the comments down below. I want to know what you guys have to say. As far as like what embodies me as a person, I remember Dwayne Johnson, he said something along the lines of like, you know, being one of the hardest workers in the room, no matter where you are and no matter what you do. Whether if I was in school or whether if I was working at my full-time job, I've always prided myself in trying to be one of the hardest workers in the room, because if you're somebody who has a very strong work ethic, people are going to respect you for it. They're going to look at you and think of you as somebody who takes his job very seriously and does his utmost to get the job done in order to achieve the goal that he set early on. And that's something that I've always done no matter what it is that I did professionally. And it's something that I still pride myself in doing to this day. I never want to lose sight of the goal that I'm trying to achieve. I never want to slack off. I don't want to hinder my potential at being something in life. And on top of that, I don't want to hinder my growth into being the man that I want to be later on in life, which is why I'm willing to do whatever it takes and learn as much as I possibly can to ensure that I not only achieve my goals, but I become the final product that I want to be. And eventually, I do hope to surround myself with people who have the work ethic that I possess. As far as like what I want to achieve in the future, I want to be able to earn the lifestyle that I want to work towards, so that way I can live life on my terms and be happy with what it is that I'm doing. The way of how I view success is being able to wake up every single day and get excited to do what you love. And that is something that I hope to achieve in the future. Regardless of how long it takes for me, I'm hoping to achieve that goal as I get older. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take a very, very long time. And I'm willing to work as long as I have to and work as hard as I possibly can in order to earn the lifestyle that I want and be successful at doing what makes me happy. And as I mentioned, I hope to surround myself with people who have that kind of mindset. Even if theirs is like a different perception, I still hope to surround myself with people who want to be successful at doing what they enjoy, doing what they love, and so forth. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in today's video. I do apologize if I didn't go into too much detail, and I also do want to apologize if my information was put all over the place. I am trying my best to properly structure what it is that I want to talk about specifically, so that way the commentary can flow and have enough context for y'all to understand and be provided with. The things that I mentioned throughout the video, I do want to know from you guys. Can you relate to any of the things that I've said? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to see what you guys have to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, you're more than welcome to drop a like on it, and if you enjoy this type of content, you're more than welcome to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you could be notified of when I have uploaded my newest video. But until then, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Discreet, and I'll catch you in the next video.